Many of you may wonder how it is that I'm so accurate. Why is it that Tim Pool makes so many videos and produces so few corrections? Well, I have a standard ethical editorial process. I check sources on stories before using them. I use a third-party rating agency. Now, this is an outlet you may be familiar with called the New York Times. I believe some people refer to it as the paper of record, which is absolutely certified by NewsGuard across the board. And guess what? The news you've been hearing about the Amazon forest appears to be completely fake news. I saw one tweet with over 100,000 retweets. It was like 2 days ago. And I saw everybody screeching, the Amazon's on fire, wow, what do we do? And so I decided to look into it. And I couldn't find anything really definitive. And I said, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna report this without being able to fact check any of these sources or having a reputable source tell me what's happening. Now I'll admit, it's possible this story is incorrect, but as it turns out, the New York Times reports as of today what satellite imagery tells us about the Amazon rainforest fires. Scientists studying satellite image data from the fires in the Amazon rainforest said that most of the fires are burning on agricultural land where the forest had already been cleared. Can we stop the fake news, please? See, this is what happens when you wait. When you wait, I saw the viral tweets. There was a video of a woman who's indigenous screaming, they're burning our forests. And I said, okay. If that's a serious allegation, but I don't have any proof of that. It may be true, I don't know. Check this out. First, I will stress, deforestation in the Amazon is bad. It is bad. It is really bad. There are some stories saying that if we deforest, if the Amazon is cut down any further, even a few more percentage points, it could cause a total collapse. And we absolutely need this part of the planet to be very green. See, getting water into these areas it's a complicated process, you know. I'm not super familiar with like weather patterns and the climate cycles. You ask a meteorologist, but look at the Sahara Desert. It's actually growing. And so they planted a bunch of trees to try and stop the encroachment of the desert. So it's dangerous to continue to tear down these trees. That's why so many people are shocked. And I can respect that you're concerned about all the fires. Now look at this photo. They say, existing forest, deforestation through 2018, and fires in August. And it looks like there are a decent amount of fires here. Oh heavens, why so many fires? Isn't that weird? Look at all the fires over here too, in like Bolivia and other parts of Brazil. And look at all this deforestation. This is a problem. The deforestation is a problem. I am a full-on environmentalist. I would prefer them not to do this, and we need to talk about deforestation in the Amazon. But I will stress, we don't get there through sensational, insane nonsense about fires that are seemingly normal. I kid you not. According to the story, they say that the fires are part of a natural agricultural process. They burn the land on purpose. Check this out. Most of the fires were likely set by farmers preparing the land for next year's planting, a common agricultural practice, said the scientists from the University of Maryland. Satellite images like the ones below show smoke plumes from fires emanating from agricultural areas. Listen, I saw one story that I actually agree with. It says, if you want to help the Amazon, one thing you can do is stop eating beef. One of the big things that's happening is cattle ranching, setting up farms for animals. Well, I'll tell you this now. Guess what? I don't eat beef. I almost entirely don't eat beef. I'll eat it sometimes, right? I take a more of a freegan approach to beef. Now, for one, beef, I can't. It just makes me sick. It's not a big fan. Chicken, turkey, love that. Love the birds. Love fish. Beef's not so good for me. So I think it's a good idea. Cut down on your beef consumption. By all means, enjoy your nice beef cheeseburger, a good juicy burger with bacon slopped all over it. Go for it. But it is smart for a couple of reasons. One, it is healthier to cut down on too much meat. Add more leafy greens to your diet. Cut down on sugars too. But it is better for the environment because it takes a lot of resources to make beef. But let's not talk about beef. Let's get back to fake news. So check this out. Look at this. See this right here, September? Look at all these fires. Going back all of these years, it was worse in 2003. The fires were all over the place. Why? How come nobody talked about it then? Is it because Bolsonaro is in office and people want something to be mad about? Is it Bolsonaro derangement syndrome? I am no fan of Bolsonaro. Look, I will criticize Trump, but Bolsonaro, I think, is way, way worse. Look, I will say this. I am never someone who have any kind of derangement syndrome. I'm not going to get into the whole Brazil-Bolsonaro thing because I think it might be too esoteric for a lot of people. You got to know a lot about Brazil. Brazil's got political correctness problems to an insane degree. I know comedians who are facing jail time for jokes, much like Dankula, and these are famous people. So yeah, people were craving a strong man when people were getting shut down for telling silly jokes. So I get it. But there are a lot of things to criticize him for, but I'll keep it to talking about the fake news and avoid derailing into another one of these rants about, these presidents and whatever. The New York Times reports the majority of the agricultural land currently in use in Brazil's Amazon region was created through years of deforestation. Most of this land use that have replaced rainforest, said Matthew Hansen, who is a co-leader of Global Land Analysis and Discovery Laboratory at the University of Maryland. Brazil has turned certain states like Mato Grosso into Iowa, said Mr. Hansen, referring to the Brazilian state on the southern edge of the Amazon region. You've got rainforest, and then there's just an ocean of soybean. So stop eating soy. I think conservatives might agree with that one. You got to watch out. I think it's fair to point out too much soy can be bad. I know a lot of people talk about soy boys and all that. I think it's mostly just a meme. It's not necessarily that bad, but it's bad for the environment. So I'll tell you what, if you're a conservative and you want to eat beef, the next best thing you can do is tell everyone to stop eating soybeans. For real. They grow a lot of soy in the Amazon region. So they say the grid maps below show the month-by-month pattern of fires across the Amazon rainforest in Brazil each year since 2001. The increase in fires every August to October coincides with the season when farmers begin planting soybean and corn. So here right now we are, August 2019, and everyone's going, oh no, the Amazon's on fire, it's the greatest problem in the world, heavens. And the deforestation is a problem, but they're acting like the forest is being torched when in reality, we have a satellite map showing it's just farmland. And that video where she says the farmers are doing this on purpose, yeah, they're torching their farm fields seemingly on purpose. Now, it's possible the fire spread and it's dangerous, I get it. But tell me this, look at this map. Every year at the same time, September, we see all these fires. And no one said anything before. That's why I believe it's complete fake news. Because not only that, it looks like the fires in August this year are actually lighter than they were in 2017. They were actually lighter than they were in 2010. Where was the activist outrage? Where were the celebrities? Where was the screeching howls? I'll tell you this. It's fake news. It's fake news and outrage. And we can see, look, these are the winter months in South America. We can see that in their summer months, not a whole lot of fires. But let's see what else they have. They say, these maps were created using current and historical data from two NASA satellites, Terra and Aqua, which can detect the infrared radiation emitted by fires. Comparing the area that burned in August this year to an average of the areas burned during the same month in the previous 5 years illustrate part of the reason why this year's fires have garnered so much attention. Wait, what? It's the same thing. Is it different? It looks like there were more fires on average than there were today. So why is it gaining so much attention? It says it illustrates part of the reason. What was that reason? For real, you could overlay these and it's almost identical. They say, scientists at Brazil's National Institute of Space Research calculated that there were 35% more fires so far this year than in the average of the last 8 years. Now that's a fair point. I will take it back, but I want to stress, perhaps there were more fires, but when you show me this graph, it doesn't look like that's the case. And I'm talking about averages too. That's the important thing. What about 2017? Can we talk about the density of red in 2017 compared to 2019? Because it seems like 2017's fires were actually worse. Sure, there were other years like 2011 that have much less. 2010 appears to have way more fires than this year. So when you average it out, sure. I feel like the New York Times is misleading us right now. Why combine every year when we should be pointing out that the fires appear, at least based on this, to me, and I could be wrong because I'm not an expert, but it appears to have been worse in select years past without outrage at all. Sure, talking about an average, it makes sense. I'll concede that point, no problem. So they show this here, and we can see, what does it say? Cumulative number of fires each year for the entire Amazon region. And we can see these lines are 2011 to 2018. And 2019 through August 22nd, what do you mean? It's not even the highest. It's not even the highest. So it's happened before, and where are the complaints? And then we have 2003 to 2010. Look at this. Between 03 and 010, the fires were way worse where they are now. So let me ask this. If from 2003 to today, we're actually in the middle, why are the complaints today? Doesn't seem strange? I'm ranting on this, I know. They say fires are not a natural phenomenon in these forests, and that's fine to point out, and the deforestation is bad. But look at this. Deforestation in the Brazilian Amazon is down from the 2000s and the 90s. We can get it down lower, but look. They say Bolsonaro, who took office on January 1st this year, has been criticized by environmentalists for policies that have increased deforestation. Sure, but it's still way less than where it was in what, 2004? So listen, that doesn't mean it's good. By no means. But it means we're making progress. And as long as you keep screeching as though the world is ending, it's going to be hard to fix these things. So from where I'm looking, it seems like from 2003 to 2010, the fires were substantially worse. And nobody batted an eye. But now today, people are upset. It's not even the worse for the 2011 to 2018 time span. So what's the deal? It's bad, I get it, for sure. But we're in between the average for the past 15 years. So you know what, man? I'm so used to this. Whenever I see these stories going viral, I just wait. I wait. So look, good on the New York Times for presenting the nuance, but still, you just gotta chill. You see these viral tweets? It's almost like a Covington situation, right? It's almost like everyone got outraged seeing a video and didn't fact check. Thank you, New York Times, for at least doing your jobs. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Stick around. Next segment will be coming up at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Podcast every day at 6:30 p.m. And I will see you all next time.